I'm an alumna of the Kennedy Local Youth Exchange and Study Program from 2003-2004. This event has been conceptualized and designed with the help of the senior leadership of One Karachi chapter, alumni volunteers, USCFP, and I'd like to request everybody to be a part of this program with complete enthusiasm and just make the most out of it. As far as Pak US Alumni Network is concerned, in 2008, the US Embassy Islamabad launched the Pakistan US Alumni Network, an association of US exchange alumni who are committed to making meaningful contributions to Pakistan through community service, conferences, mentoring the future generations, and reaching out to inspire and recruit new exchange participants. The network is jointly administered by US Embassy Islamabad and United States Educational Foundation in Pakistan. And it's one of the largest and most active USC Exchange alumni networks in the world, with about 25,000 registered members and 13 local chapters throughout the entire country, Karachi chapter being the largest. A round of applause for all of you. So great. So I'm just going to quickly take you through the event outline. How is it going to be like? So we all know what is it, how is it going to be like? It's going to be very short, crisp, and all of you are going to have a great time. I assure you that. We will have Mr. Faisal Malik, who is going to begin with talking about the One leadership on Karachi chapter, followed by the Vice President of One Karachi chapter talking about the activities. This will be followed by remarks by the CG, Honorable CG, who is already here, Mr. John Wagner. Welcome you. Thank you so much for coming in. And there's going to be a group photograph after that, so I'll require the assistance of volunteers to kindly facilitate that part. Then we have an energizer by Numan. I have absolutely no idea how's that going to be like, but I'm pretty sure there's some great stuff. Then we have a couple of videos of small grants program that were executed in 2017. Then we will distribute shields to 6 of the most active community and alumni members, followed by the note of thanks by Mr. Eric Pagna, Public Affairs Officer. Welcome, sir. Thank you very much for being part of the program. Followed by the musical performance, that's the most anticipated part. And then food. Yes, that's what we all have been waiting for. So to begin the program, this is something that we all wait for every year. And this entire gathering, it's all about bringing people together, bringing all the alumni together and meeting old friends. So let me have the honor to invite the president of One Karachi chapter, Mr. Faisal Malik. A little bit about him. He's the arts manager, creator, and founding president of the Thespianz Foundation with a 24-year career experience in art management and cultural administration. He has been the former country president of Pakistan US Alumni Network as well. And he has been a fellow at the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts in Washington, D.C., and a fellow at Archive South Asia, where he worked with leading European companies in the field of dance. And he has been doing a lot of work in promoting puppetry around the country. May I have the honor of inviting Mr. Faisal Malik on stage to say a few words.
Thank you, everyone. It is my immense pleasure and great honor for me to welcome new Counsel General, Ms. John Wagner, on this special occasion. Thank you so much for here. Pakistan US Alumni Network, founded in 2008 by US Embassy in Pakistan, with the Association of US Exchange Alumni who are committed to making meaningful contributions to Pakistan through community services, conferences, mentoring future generations, and reaching out to inspire and recruit new exchange participants. We have 25,000 exchange alumni in Pakistan. Please clap it. And I can say that this is most active and biggest alumni community of State Department in the world. Please clap it. Thank you. I can say special thanks to my executive council members. They are here. My team members, Humaira Shakil, Mahavir Lohana, Kiran, thank you very much for your all cooperation here. Special thanks to Public Affairs Section. Eric, thank you so much. Sarah Alam, Hamza Lakhani, Krish Das, Saf, and Asad, thank you very much for your cooperation. I will speak specially Ibadullah Rashdi Sahab, thank you very much that you are here from all the way from Hyderabad, and all Mr. Nunari Sahab, everyone. Thank you very much. All volunteers, thank you so much for supporting for this event. And now I would like to invite my Vice President, Humaira Shakil, for the Karachi chapter activities. Thank you.
Thank you, Faisal Bhai, for a generous introduction to Parkers Alumni Network Karachi chapter. I am here in capacity of Vice President just to let all the alumni over here know what we've been doing in Ateneo for the past 2 years. To begin with, alright, this is Puan Karachi chapter. We've got a team of 4 and we've got a lot of help from the public affairs section, particularly Mr. Hamza Lakhani has been very helpful. Thank you to Hamza for his assistance and guidance as well. Starting with the team, we've got Faisal Bhai, Kiran, myself and Mahavi unfortunately hasn't been able to make it due to some commitments. What we've been doing in Puan mainly is a lot of it. We have not just engaged alumni, a lot of alumni like today, like reunions. We have also done a lot of different activities including educational activities, social awareness activities. We have done movie watches, we've done sport activities, we've had matches arranged and organized. And all this has been done by alumni only. They've taken leads and they've done so much for us. So Puan mainly appreciates the spirit of volunteerism, and that is what we're all about. We are not paid, and all of the people over here as volunteers are not being paid for this. The only thing they're going to get is a photograph and a certificate. So I think we need to really appreciate the spirit of volunteerism that we have in Parkers Alumni Network, particularly in Karachi chapter. People stand up for Puan and own it as their own. And I'd like to ask everybody. Thank you, everybody. We've done a lot. We are hoping to do a lot again with your help. Without it, it's not possible at all. So thank you again. Thank you for all the help from everybody, and continue to rock. Thank you.
Thank you, Faisal, and thank you, Humaira, for a brief idea about what has Puan Karachi chapter been doing over the course of 2 years. Parkers Alumni Network has been able to establish a vibrant community of the talented alumni over the course of a lot of years, I would say. From all walks of life, this wouldn't have been possible without the support from the staff at US Consulate. So I think a round of applause for the staff at US Consulate as well as supporting all the activities of Parkers Alumni Network. And now I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome the Honorable Counsel General, Ms. Joanne Wagner, to Karachi and gracing her presence to our Puan Karachi chapter reunion. A bit about her. She has recently assumed her position at the as the United States Consul General in Karachi on June 21st, 2018, which is not that far. She's a career member of the United States Senior Foreign Service, and she most recently served in Washington, D.C. with a board of examiners, helping to select the next generation of U.S. diplomats. Prior to that, C.G. Wagner was the U.S. Associate Coordinator in Kyiv, Ukraine, where she was responsible for coordinating U.S. government support activities with the Ukrainian government and other donors. She also served as Minister Counselor for Political Affairs at the United States Mission to the European Union, Deputy Director of the Office of Pakistan Affairs, Deputy Counselor for Political Military Affairs at the United States Embassy in Kabul, Afghanistan, and Deputy Chief of Mission at the United States Embassy in Jumbura, Burundi, if I pronounced that correctly. And she's a fan of Broadway musicals. What's better than that? And the St. Louis Cardinals baseball team as well. So yeah, we have got like a complete sort of 360-degree idea of what Ms. Joanne Wagner is like, and welcome you to Karachi. Thank you very much. Huge round of applause. May I please have you on stage to say a few words? Thank
you. Wow, there is a buzz in this room tonight. Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon. Hi everyone. Thank you so much for that very, very warm welcome. Since arriving here 2 weeks ago, I have heard over and over again from all kinds of people, from colleagues at the consulate, from Pakistanis I have met, what an amazing group this is. So I'm absolutely delighted and honored to be with you here tonight and to finally meet you all and to attend my very first alumni activity in Karachi. Thank you so much for having me. much. No, but before I get into my remarks, I'm really curious to see how long all of you have been involved in this organization. So if you don't mind, let me see a show of hands if you have been involved with this organization for 2 years or less. Okay, so we've got some new folks here. Okay, 10 years or more. Did you do your program 10 years ago or more? Okay, and everyone else in between, right? Looks to me from the hands there are some people who are hoping to be part of this, right? Okay, great. Well, it's absolutely inspiring to see you and to see how much you all have invested in this organization for so long. And it's equally inspiring to see that you all plan to continue to attract new faces. Let me first, though, also offer my recognition for your amazing leadership team. First of all, Mr. Faisal Malik, okay, the entire leadership team of the chapter, and of course the dynamic volunteers that actually make everything work. So a round of applause for all of you and all of us. Everything I've heard shows me that Puan works tirelessly to organize alumni events throughout Pakistan. So congratulations to you all for that. I want to thank all of you for participating in this afternoon's event, for your continued commitment, for your continued engagement, and I hope your continued active involvement in the work for many, many years to come. Back in Washington, there's an enormous amount of interest in our alumni and in your activities. Because of your experiences living in the United States and Pakistan, you are uniquely qualified to understand both of our countries. And as much as it may sound like a cliche, I really do see our alumni as a bridge linking our two countries. You're also interpreters. You translate one country to the other. You deepen our understanding of each other, and you help us find rich and genuine ways to appreciate and respect each other, and that's an incredibly important thing to do. We know this isn't always an easy task, but it is a vital one, and I thank you so much for taking it on. Your efforts, your enthusiasm have made Puan one of the strongest and most active engagement of alumni in the entire world, and I'm proud that I can consider myself an honorary member. I hope each and every one of you enjoyed and benefited and continue to benefit from your experience in the United States, and that you have shared your U.S. experiences, your insights, your memories, and your understanding with your friends, with your colleagues, and with your communities. If you'll indulge me for just a minute, I'd like to ask you a few questions. I'm always so interested in hearing the answers to these questions, and hopefully we'll get a chance to talk a little bit throughout the afternoon. When you were in the United States, what were the most surprising things that you learned? Did you discover some things that you heard about the United States weren't true? And what were your American friends and colleagues most surprised to learn about Pakistan? Did you discover that some Americans thought they knew something about Pakistan that weren't true? Okay. I bet you did. And that's precisely why we have these exchange programs, to confirm that in addition to our diverse and rich histories, culture, music, food, traditions, all things that we treasure and we celebrate, but at the heart of the matter, we are more alike than we are different. So for those of you who traveled to the United States, you served, as you well know, as cultural ambassadors of Pakistan. Whether you were at a formal meeting or a shared dinner at a host's home or even a chance encounter, you were Pakistan's face to scores of Americans. Your efforts have helped deepen America's understanding and friendship with Pakistan's wonderfully diverse people. But in Pakistan, your work continues as alums. A U.S. diplomat colleague who was very justifiably proud of our exchange programs once said that if all we did as diplomats was identify talented people abroad and send them on these exchange programs, we simply couldn't go wrong. He was inspired because these programs, whether for 3 weeks or a full year, provide that invaluable face-to-face experience between Americans and our foreign friends. And that builds understandings that last a lifetime. At least I hope that's what you have found. But over the years, as I've witnessed our alumni programs and how much they flourish, I've come to realize that the exchange programs themselves are just the first step. Just as critically important is what you do when you come back. So by now you know that our exchange alumni can be found in leadership positions around the world, from heads of government to those driving economies forward, from those fighting for human rights, to those creating a better world for all of us. One's investment in you, your own investment, the investment of your energies into a future. That, through this fantastic network, will serve as a platform to help you achieve your goals. It will help enhance the great work you're already doing, and it will build relationships with inspiring Pakistanis and Americans from throughout society. I want to encourage all of you to find ways that you can build on these experiences to strengthen the ties between us, to make our shared world a little bit better because of what you choose to do. So on behalf of every one of us at the United States Consulate General in Karachi, Pakistani and American alike, we thank you, we admire you, and we are inspired by your accomplishments. Shukriya.
Thank you so much, the Honorable CG, Mr. John Wagner, for sharing a few words. I mean, I can relate to so many of the stories when you were asking the questions regarding what were the things that the United States never knew about Pakistan, and we went there and it was a completely different picture in front of them, and it was vice versa. So I'm pretty sure a lot of us do relate to that, and this is the exact idea behind any exchange program, to establish that cross-cultural experience. How many of you had food? How many of you had lunch? Oh my God, so I'm not the only one. So I'll just energize you guys a little bit. We have Mr. Noman Mahmood, and Noman is going to do an activity to energize you all. He's a Pakistani performing artist and a theatre playwright who wrote and designed numerous theatre productions in Pakistan. And he's the Associate Director of Thespianz Theatre, serving from 2011. And he has been to US, United States of America in February 2017 to attend Chicago International Puppet Theatre Festival. Can we have Noman on stage, please? A huge round of applause to Noman.
Are you ready? Yes! We have lots of youngsters here, so can they have some noise? Are you ready? Yes! They are ready, but they are not. Are you ready? Yes! Okay, great. So can you please clap? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for appreciating. Okay, so it's a warm-up which called claps. Okay, so in which this is a mime thing. You know mime? You know mime? You know mime? Mime is a thing in which we are not supposed to say anything, but it's an action. Okay, so you are supposed to follow my actions, and it's based on just clappings. All right? Get it? Yes, yes, we get it. Get it? Yes. They are not getting it. Are you understand this? Yes. Okay. Okay, great. So let's start it. Are you feeling some energies? Really? I think you're sleeping. Okay, so it's just based on 2 claps here. So we can divide into your 3 teams. Okay? So this is the team 1, all right? Team 2 and team 3. Okay? So team 1 is supposed to clap 2 times. 1, 2. That's it. Can you please clap? Wow. Can you please clap again? Really? Again? Great. And you? Wow. Again? Wonderful. Again? Okay. And you? 1, 5 times. Great. Can you please stand up? If you don't mind. Can you please stand up? Could you please stand up and leave your seats so you can feel more energy in this exercise? Okay? Alright? Okay, great. So, team 1, only 2 claps. 1, 2. Team 2 and team 3. Wonderful. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. So we have 8 rows here, so you can find your partner just behind of you. They are your partners, okay? And your partners are here. You can turn to them. You can turn to them. Okay, alright, you can turn to them. Alright. You can just enjoy the game. Okay, so clap to your partner. Clap with your partner. Clap to your partner. and two hands, like this. Just one time. Just one time. Stop. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Clap with your partner. Just one time, Kiran. Just one time. Okay, just one time. Just clap with your partner one time. Okay, clap with one right hand. Clap with left hand. Okay, so now, can I speak with you? Can you please maintain silence? It's a humble request. Thank you. So now, back to the teams. Teams. You know? Okay, this team. Okay, clap with your partner. Clap with your partner with your two hands. Like this. Okay? You can find your partner just behind of you. Okay, clap with your partner. Clap with your partner. Team 1. Okay, then team 2. Then team 3. Okay, turn to me please. Turn to me please. Turn to me. 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 Okay. Just last thing. Say your name and do this. Ha! Like this. Just like this. Come on. Okay? Say your name and do this action. 1, 2, 3. Are you saying the same thing? I love this harmony. Wow. Okay. Say your name with this action. Come on. We all are no one. Wow. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Thank you. Be seated and clap for yourself. Thank you so much.
You can clap together for Naman. So right now we have 2 videos lined up, and may I request the lights to be dimmed down a little bit. These are the videos of the small grants programs that were executed in 2017. So may I request the team to kindly play both the videos of the 2 projects that were executed. Moving forward in the program, we have some amazing alumni with us who have been able to achieve who have outstanding accomplishments. They have worked for community engagement and social responsibility. And Karachi chapter would like to have them with a recognition and recognize their efforts for bringing back some change in the society and the community. May I please request the Honorable C.G. John Wagner and Public Affairs Officer Eric Pugner to come up on stage along with the Pond leadership to distribute the shields to the very, very amazing and really engaging alumni. Can we have a round of applause for these captains, please? Thank you. The first alumnus that I would like to call on stage is Abdul Samad. Abdul Samad, he has a vision to change the negative perception of people and motivate them by letting them know their inner talent and organizing a few sessions for them. So we'd like to congratulate Abdul Samad. A huge round of applause for him, please. Next up we have Najia Asher, who is an East-West Center Fellow and a Knight Fellow at Stanford University. Huge round of applause for Najia Asher. We all know her, an amazing work. The project that she nominated is Global Neighborhood for Media Innovation, which is a constructive platform for media professionals to promote innovation, excellence, and leadership. Round of applause for her, please. Next up we have Priya Prakash. She is the Kennedy Lugar Youth Exchange and Study Program alumni from 2014-2015. Round of applause for Priya, please. She initiated an interfaith conference by the name of Better Understanding for a Better World, Pakistan, and brought together 35 diverse individuals for interfaith harmony. Keep those snaps coming in, please. Next we have Ayub Khan. Ayub Khan, can we have you on stage? The School of Stars Welfare Organization, a Karachi-based Pakistan-based NGO that aims to create positive impact on the minds of young learners from the underprivileged areas. Round of applause for Ayub for his efforts. And next up we have Sir Zafar Iqbal. May I have you on stage, please? Sir Zafar Iqbal. Oh, we have some following. So the project that he nominated himself was the Gender Interactive Alliance, which is an organization working for transgenders in Pakistan, and he has been a part of the bill that was passed for transgenders. A round of applause for him as well. Fatima, but she couldn't make it today, but we would like to recognize her efforts as well, as she visited orphanages, did tree plantation and free workshops for underprivileged children in the English language. A round of applause for Tehreem as well. And can I request all the volunteers who has been a part of Pak US Alumni Network reunion team in all the committees to please come forward on stage for a group picture.
just so very rarely get to see my face on a huge screen, so I just want to take a moment and savor this. I also don't usually see it from the profile, it's usually from the mirror. And August 26th, 2017, about 10 and a half months ago, I was in this room just a few hours after landing here in Pakistan. So this was my very first event almost 1 year ago. I was dreadfully and completely exhausted from that. But what an inspiring first event. The truth is, at this moment, I am dreadfully and completely exhausted. And it's all of your fault. But in a completely different way, in an incredibly positive way. Just a couple of hours ago at the consulate, we had a wonderful culminating event for a summer camp we had at our Lincoln Corners, and so many of the people volunteering for this event, which was really inspiring, were alumni of our Access and English Works programs. Last night, Sarah Alumni were at an alumni's house discussing potential university partnerships until 11 p.m. at night. Just before that, we were given an amazing tour of your fantastic National Museum, which is filled with unimaginable treasures, by another alum of one of our programs. I can go back and back and back and back every single day in the intervening 10 and a half months that I've been here. And either it's an event put on by an alumni of our programs, or it's a meeting with an alum who has some great new idea, something inspiring they want to try. I've served in a lot of countries before Pakistan. I understood exchange programs. I knew why we did exchange programs. I never completely understood why we put effort into alumni programs until I came to Pakistan. So all of you here have taught me why it is that we do this, and I'm beyond inspired. So I want to give all of you, or I want you to give all yourselves a round of applause for everything that you do. Hamza Lakhani asked me to say a few words up here, and I said, what do you want me to say? He said, I want you to thank a few people, but instead I'm going to embarrass Hamza as much as I can, and really want to thank you, Hamza. There's no person who I know who can memorize the names and occupations and exchange programs of 8,000 people in Sydney Balochistan like Hamza can. And just to actually have a couple of names I do want to thank just at the end before we get started with the useful part of the program. Definitely massive thank you to you, Faisal Malik, for everything that you do. Humera, Shakil, Kiran Rajput, where did you go? You moved over there. Your sister was here, and then it was you, and then I confused the two of you. Now you're over there. And of course, Mahavir Mohammed. Thank you so much for everything. I'm looking forward to the rest of the program. I hope you enjoy the music and do loads of Bhangra. I don't know what that is, but I'm going to say that word. And dance. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Eric. And this brings us to the last and the most anticipated thing of the Bach US Alumni Network 2018 reunion. And it's going to be a musical performance, but
बहुत शुक्रिया। एक सर्टिफिकेट हमारे पास आपके लिए है पाकिस्तान यूएस अलुमनाई नेटवर्क की तरफ से, वो आपके साथ रहेगा। काइंडली लेकर आइए।